Laheating, hello and welcome to another Neimoidian collection video. Or should I say today, Duros collection video. As I stated in my previous video in which I detailed the Rebel Alliance Battle Pack Lego set, I had a request recently to do a comparison video between the Duros included in that set and the custom Lego Duros that I reviewed in my Lego custom set. So, the past video I detailed this set. I said it a million times, I'm going to say it again, go get this set, it's absolutely fantastic, and you get 4 minifigures for £12, or whatever your equivalent currency is. It is an absolutely superb little set, and it's a fantastic deal if you collect Lego. And best of all, it's got a Duros in it. This is said Duros. I didn't go into too much detail with him in my previous video because I wanted to detail the set as a whole. In this video we're actually going to have a closer look at him, if I can actually get the zoom proper. There we go. This is, outside of Cad Bane, the first sort of generic Duros that Lego has released, despite the fact that they actually go right back to the Lego Star Wars original trilogy game, 2007 was that? 2008? Can't remember. I think 7. That was a major tease, in my opinion. They showed these fantastic Duros sort of characters that had these fully sculpted heads and everything, and yet we never saw one. They never did a Cantina set with one or anything like that. And then just this past year, they release this fantastic set, in which we've got a generic Duros, great face, very nicely detailed, if the camera will zoom. Come on. I'm terribly sorry about this. The camera seems to be struggling a bit. Come on. Oh, there we go, okay. I'm afraid this is the best I'm going to be able to do. I've got to do something about this camera. I do apologise, and I thank you very much for bearing with me through this. There we go. There's that happy little Duros face. It's a brand new sculpted face, and I actually have a Cad Bane figure here to compare it to. Now, to my tremendous shame, I actually don't have any of the standard Lego Cad Bane minifigures. For some reason, they kept slipping me by on my list, but I do have the Cad Bane Lego keyring. Unfortunately, it's not the best example to show because the skin colour that they've used for him is incredibly dark. I'm going to do my best to try and show you the detail on it, but if you can't make it out, take my word for it that it is a completely different face sculpt. I'm aware that they did another Cad Bane for his costume redesign in the latest series of Clone Wars. Again, to my tremendous shame, I actually don't have any figures of that. But I have seen the face sculpt, I've seen the figure, obviously, and again, this is a brand new face sculpt, I keep saying sculpt, a face design, sorry, I'm used to reviewing figures and whatnot. Lego figures aren't sculpted, per se, they're sort of more printed. So it's a new face print, brand new, very much like they did with the Neimoidian warrior. I think they ever so slightly tweaked the episode 3 Newt Gunray head, but all the same, it makes it, you know, a completely distinctive character, which I'm going to be honest, is actually more than probably Hasbro would do. So again, well done Lego. Comes with a little jetpack, like on the box. He's one of 2 of these, one of 2 minifigures that have jetpacks. The other 2 are intended to ride the speeder. Little firing blaster. I'm going to do my best to not lose the thing. If you're uncertain of how this works, I'm sure most of you have probably seen it, but very simple mechanism. Just push the thingy down and it fires. It compresses sort of the inside of the chamber, which forces the plastic thingy out. Very scientific explanation for you there. Making good use of my physics degree, aren't I? So that's the Duros from the new set, who isn't doing a very good job of standing up. I do apologise for that. There you go. And from my past video, the sculpted Duros Custom, which I found actually was shown to me on eBay. I can't remember, it was either $25 or £15. Honestly, cannot remember. I think there might still be some available. Apparently it pops up from time to time, so I imagine the maker has probably made several of them, or continues to do so. As you can see, the custom is a lot more reminiscent of what we actually see in the LEGO Star Wars video game. It's got, you know, a properly sculpted Duros head with the cranial ridge, the flattened cranium, the lengthened face. It's all around. It's just an absolutely fantastic sculpt. They've done such a good job. It is absolutely seamless with the neck. I would almost think this was 3D printed, but looking at it, I'm fairly certain it's been sculpted and covered in some kind of enamel or lacquer. There is actually a place at the top where I don't know, it looks slightly textured, like they might have, again, been smoothing out Sculpey or whatnot. Front of the space, come on! Front of the spacesuit, very much reminiscent of Elo's Madak. I'm not actually, I mean, I can tell it's a decal put on there, whether by the customizer or LEGO themselves, I'm not sure. It looks to be a sort of white jacket sort of deal. It's not exactly as Elo's Madak wears in the cantina, but it is certainly close enough. It's a very good likeness of him, and if you can manage to actually get two of these, it would be incredibly simple to customize a Banis Keek. In fact, funnily enough, I think if you actually put this head on this body, you'd have, let's try that right now, you'd have a very passable Banis Keek. Except for maybe the ammunition belt, but I tell you what, one of the other torsos in the set might work just as well. There you go, that is actually a fairly decent Banis Keek there. So, there you go, you can literally buy one of these Rebel Alliance Battle Pack sets, two of these, and you've got yourself a custom Duros. I'm not entirely sure what to compare with these two. Each figure does something better than the other. I like the head sculpt on this one better, and I actually really wish that they had gone with this. Maybe not necessarily for Cad Bane. The standard head sculpt works well for him, possibly because, again, they stylized the Duros head for Clone Wars. It also allows for more expression, and Cad Bane was extremely expressive in the series. A head like this would have also meant that a hat would have been very difficult to sculpt. They'd have to do something that would fit snugly around this shape of head, whereas with this kind of head it's easy just to snap on, snap off hat. So for Cad Bane, the sort of official LEGO Duros design I think actually would work a whole lot better than this LEGO Star Wars video game custom design. But for the Duros in the cantina, this one by a long shot, in fact just Duros in general, to be brutally honest, I would have much rather seen this Duros with a properly sculpted head to match how they appear in Battlefront. To be brutally honest, as great as this little figure is, it does look very much like it's just come right out of Clone Wars, and I don't believe that the Rebel Alliance Battle Pack is intending to represent any moment in either of the animated. So obviously it can't be a moment in Star Wars because it's in Clone Wars because it's Rebel Alliance. But then again, we haven't actually seen any Duros in Star Wars Rebels yet. I've got my fingers crossed, it would give me a reason to watch it. But for what it is, it's, again, it's a very nice little figure. I'm very, very pleased to see LEGO delving into the sort of more minor characters, or in this case, unnamed characters, and giving, these sort of lesser-known species a bit more of attention, like they did with the Neimoidian warrior. I absolutely love that minifigure because it's so accurate. It's such a beautiful, perfect little figure, and it just looks like them so perfectly. It's better than the Hasbro figure. They've captured the facial details just perfectly on it, and I don't think they've actually done as good a job on this. I think that this face would far better suit a Neimoidian character than a Duros character. So I think for a non-animated character, I would much rather have seen the sculpted head than the standard head. And certainly for the Duros in the canteen, the sculpted head wins by a long shot. Put Cad Bane up here to sort of see the three combined. I'm going to do this figure at a later date. Probably I will do like I did with the Newt Gunray Lego set and acquire the missing Cad Banes before I actually go ahead and do a review, just so I don't have to do multiple videos. Come on, you. Come on, I know you make the rules. There we go. Again, it's a bit difficult to see Cad Bane simply because they use such a dark colour for his skin, and unfortunately I actually can't remove his hat. I will probably actually have to unscrew the keychain to be able to remove his hat. But if you can't see it terribly well, take it from me, it is a fantastic likeness. They've really captured his Clone Wars self. They've actually even put those breathing tubes on his cheeks that connect to an actual breathing tube on the figure. It's an incredibly detailed and very, very, very accurate figure. Easily one of their best, I think. Of course, I might just be biased. And I have to say, once I'm making a paycheck again, I am very much looking forward to acquiring the other Cad Bane Lego figures and doing a comparison video for them. Until then, though, I hope this has sufficed as a comparison video. If I haven't answered any questions, I will be happy to do so in comments. Please, by all means, leave me questions if you have them. Leave comments. I'm always looking to, you know, have constructive criticism. I want to make this channel better. I want to make it, you know, something that people enjoy watching. You know, that I want this channel to grow, really. So I'm always welcoming constructive criticism and whatnot. Again, questions, comments, concerns, by all means, shoot me a comment. Don't shoot them, but, you know, shoot me a comment, and I'll do my best to answer any questions or fulfill any requests that you might have. For the time being, though, thank you very much indeed for watching, and may the Force and Neimoidians and Duros be with you.